You may notice that we often use the concept of narrative in our reviews of novels. This is one of the most basic and most important concepts used today when studying literary works, but no matter how comfortable you are when using it, its description and definition within strict limits can remain a challenging task. Narrative can be defined as the transfer of imaginary or real events in a written, oral or visual way and in a certain order within the most technical patterns. Stories, poems, novels, films, serials, even conversations between people can be considered examples of deceptions. Narrative is a universal concept that is often used in English throughout the world. Although the word narrative has now become standard in Turkish, you can also use the concept of narrative to conduct more research, especially on the internet. The first rule that can be used to evaluate the concept of narrative within the scope of literary works that are of interest to our site can be understood by this logic: each novel is a narrative. But not every narrative is a novel. Every story is a narrative. But not every narrative is a story. Every biography is a narrative. But not every narrative is a biography. You can extend this list as you like. In the above brief warning, we have already mentioned that this word is used universally, especially its English counterpart, narrative. October Turkish translation of this concept into Turkish in the form of narrative is one of the problems caused by the common meaning of the suffix t. Verbs with the October t most often refer to nouns that are produced thanks to that verb. Although the lexical meaning of the narrative has a connotation such as what is being told, as a literary concept the narrative concentrates on how an event or situation is told to the reader, viewer or listener. Nevertheless, this does not change the situation expressed by the word narrative. Ahmet, the events that you acknowledge to have happened between Isa and Brick are still specific events. The fact that they are fictional means that the choice of whether these events should or should not happen remains with you. However, the changes you make to events affect your story, not the narrative. For example, if you decide that a falling brick will not kill Ahmed, you will have changed your story itself before the narrative here. In this sense, the change of events in the course of the story is not directly related to the concept of the narrative. But of course, the decision you make about whether Ahmed dies or not will probably also affect the narrative you create, as it will change the tone, structure and logic of what you are writing. Change the tone